Welcome to the Brain Alpha. Have you ever looked around, maybe at old friends or colleagues, and just wondered how it all went so differently? Two people can start at the exact same job, same pay, same everything. But fast forward 5 years, and it's like they're living on different planets. One person's kind of stuck, and the other, they're on an absolute rocket ship.
Okay, so let's get into this, because that gap, it doesn't just happen by accident. It's the result of some very specific choices and a totally different way of thinking. And today, we're going to unpack the exact playbook of someone who didn't just cross that gap, he absolutely blew it wide open. Our guide on this journey is Mark Tilbury. You might know him. He's a self-made multi-millionaire with over 14 million followers online, teaching people how to build real wealth. The guy's success is, well, it's undeniable. But what's really fascinating isn't where he is now. It's where he started. Yeah, you see that right. Before all the millions, before the huge online following, he was a high school dropout. He was working as a carpenter for a painful $2 an hour. So this is not a story about some silver spoon. It's a story about strategy. So how in the world did he pull it off? Well, it really all boils down to one powerful core idea that just flips everything we're taught about success completely on its head. Mark's number one piece of advice is this: stop trying to be better than everybody else. Seriously. Instead, focus all your energy on being different. So why does he say that? Because trying to be the best is a game you just can't win. Think about it. There is always going to be someone smarter or someone who's willing to work even longer hours for less money. You end up spending your entire life playing catch-up in a game that's basically rigged. The only way to win is to just play a different game. And this idea, it hit Mark like a lightning bolt when he was just a young carpenter. He was hired to build this incredible grand staircase inside a millionaire's mansion. And as he's working, looking around at all this wealth, it just clicked for him. If he keeps walking the same path as everyone else, he's going to get the same results as everyone else. And right there, in that moment, he decided to pivot. He was going to find a different path. So how do you actually do this? How do you put it into practice? Well, it all starts with the internal game. It starts inside your own head. Mark lays out 4 essential mindsets you have to adopt if you want to start thinking differently. Okay, first up, you have to consciously decide who you want to be. Your character, it's not something you're just born with. It's something you build, action by action. You want to be an entrepreneur? Start acting like one today. Want to be a leader? Start behaving like one. It's kind of like act as if, because over time, we really do become the persona that we perform. Second mindset, prioritize skills over school. Look, in the world we live in right now, what you can actually do is so much more valuable than where you learned to do it. A fancy degree without any purpose behind it, it's just an expensive piece of paper. Your practical skills, that's your real currency. Now, the third mindset, this one is a direct question for you. Take a second and really think about it. Are your career choices being driven by fear, or are they being driven by vision? See, fear says, I have to do this job to pay my bills. But vision says, I am doing this work right now to build my future. One of those keeps you in a cage. The other one sets you free. And the fourth and final mindset, just stop playing the comparison game. It is a trap. The only person you should ever be competing against is who you were yesterday. That's it. Your path, your goals, your story, it's completely unique. Trying to copy someone else's life is the fastest way to lose your own. All right, so you've got the mindsets locked in. Let's get down to brass tacks. Here are 5 practical techniques Mark used to turn that different way of thinking into actual real-world results. First one, work smart, not just hard. So when the internet started to crush his physical hobby shop, Mark didn't just decide to work longer hours to try and save it. No, he changed the entire game. He closed the store and went 100% online. That pivot, that wasn't harder work, it was smarter work. Second technique, and this is a big one, master the art of storytelling. Mark swears this is the single most powerful skill you can possibly have. And why is that? Because we humans, we're moved by emotion, not spreadsheets and data. Your personal story, your struggles, your wins, that's not just some nice little narrative. It is your most unique, most persuasive weapon. Now, the third technique is going to sound almost too simple. Take a 15-minute power nap. You know that afternoon slump?
Mark found that the top performers don't just grind through it, they reset. A quick nap isn't being lazy, it's a strategic move to seriously boost your performance for the rest of the day.
Number 4, manage your willpower. I want you to think of it like a gas tank in your car. You wake up with a full tank, right? But as the day goes on, it gets lower and lower. So what's the lesson? You have to tackle your hardest, most important task first thing in the morning when your tank is full. Don't waste all that premium fuel on little emails and easy stuff.
And the fifth technique is all about asking high-quality questions. A low-quality question like, what should I do? It basically just tells people you haven't put any thought into it. But a high-quality question, something like, okay, I think I should do A because of X. What are your thoughts? That shows you have initiative, and it's going to get you a much, much more valuable response.
Now, here's the thing. If you actually start doing all this, if you apply these mindsets and techniques, you will start to pull ahead of the pack. And that is exactly when you're going to face the final and maybe the toughest challenge of being different. Remember this quote. Really let it sink in. When you choose to walk a different path, not everyone is going to be cheering for you. Some people will be confused, some will be critical, and yeah, some will just be jealous. The truth is, if you're not ruffling at least a few feathers, you're probably not making that much of a difference. So how do you deal with it? First, don't even engage with the negativity. Set really firm boundaries. Pour your energy into the people who get it, the ones who support you, not the critics who don't. And look, if your environment is constantly dragging you down, you have to find the courage to change it. Your confidence is just too valuable to let it get drained away by people who don't share your vision. And really, that brings us to the most important takeaway of all. That journey from $2 an hour to becoming a multi-millionaire, it wasn't one giant lottery win. It was the result of 1,000 tiny different choices, all stacked on top of each other, day after day. Which leaves only one real question left for you. What is one different choice you're going to make today? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and help us build the hype. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.